Well, what's up, everybody? We're back here on Grizzly Mountain today, and we're going to be making some changes a bit here on the map and selling a few things. We've got a few new toys to play with. Some of the modders have finally started. The trickle of mods coming in is getting a little faster. It's dripping a little bit harder now. It's a little quicker. So we've got some new stuff to look at, and I'm going to sell some things, and then I'll show you some other things if we've got enough money to purchase. I had to add in some money back because I had made a few little changes here on the map and sold a few things, and then whenever I upgraded some equipment I had to buy them back, and just things like that. So the money up there is kind of just all screwy, but we'll get it all straightened out here pretty soon. And yes, I know I have to sell things. I was messing around with the map and Giants editor, but anyway, let's sell some stuff. So we got the winch, we're going to sell it. We got the grapple skidder now, we don't need it anymore. And we've got this little attacher thingy for the big bud, we don't need it. And we also don't need the big bud anymore. I'm going to go ahead and sell this thing. It was kind of fun while it lasted, it's kind of a ridiculous skidder, but that's the point of it. I wanted it to be kind of ridiculous. So hopefully we get a good bit of money for this thing. I don't remember how much this thing cost. It was a mod, so there's no tellings. Okay, yeah, it's 355,000. All right, good. That's good. We should. Oh yeah, we got plenty of money now. Okay, so what I'm gonna buy, you can see here I've got the processor over here. But what I'm gonna buy is, a lot of folks have been asking me about the fella buncher attacher thing that I had and where I got it from and could I send it to them and whatever. Well, now I don't have to because someone, in fact, if you remember back on my Bear Rock login series, I had this Tiger Cat 870 that the tracks didn't turn, and it was kind of an unfinished mod. And I guess the guy probably took FDR's tracks and stuck them on there because I think he's credited FDR a good bit on here. But anyway, this is the Tiger Cat 870, and so I'm gonna buy this thing and we're gonna take it out there and use it. Now, I was playing around with this the other day, and the only thing that's a little bit weird about it is I feel like this blade is out just a little bit too far because I can't really grab the trees good when I cut them. So you kind of have to, I don't know, it's kind of tricky. You'll probably see whenever I do some cutting that the trees will fall before I can grab them, and that's just one of the downfalls of this mod. But other than that, it's a nice mod. Well, you can, if you download it, you can look at the credits and stuff and see, who all's credited on that. But I won't get into that. But anyway, let's get this stuff out here to the job site. And yeah, this is just the in-game lowboy. So nothing new there. In the truck, you've seen that before. And let's start off with this Tiger Cat. Oh, and I guess I should mention where I got this. This Tiger Cat 870, you can find it. I think I got it on the Mod Hub website. I think that's where it came from. I first saw it on one of my Facebook groups I'm a member of, and then I went and downloaded it. And like I said, it's a pretty nice mod. I mean, this is one that was done in 17. Someone converted it over to 19, and they couldn't quite get the tracks figured out, so they took FDRs and stuck them on there. So that's, if they look just like the other ones, that's why. And this, well, that's it. That was from, yeah, that's one of FDR's too. But that was also from 17. They just converted it over. And then, whenever we get out to the job site, you'll probably see that there's a new truck parked out there, and we'll take a look at it when we get over there. So I think I'm going to speed up time just a little bit so we can get some daylight. It's kind of still early morning. that truck right there in the front, that kind of reddish one. We'll get that here in a minute. I'm you know, do my best to try to use this grapple skidder for a while and see how that works out. I was actually pretty surprised at how many trees you could grab with that grapple and make it back to the landing without them falling out. So we'll see if that holds true. Until somebody comes out with a really nice cable skidder, then we'll probably switch to that, because I really enjoyed using that cable skidder, that John Deere 548 over there on Farming Simulator 17. It was my go-to skidder. And we need to clear out some trees around the landing, so I'm just going to park it there. And then real quick, let's take a look at this Mack truck over here. This is the Mack Superliner. It's supposed to be red, but I'm not, I guess their texturing or something's a little bit off, because as soon as you turn off the light, it turns into like a dark maroon color. But anyway, it's a nice mod. I feel like, though, that it may be this mod, or it may be something else that's right around here that's conflicting with it, but my frame rate really drops whenever I look at this machine, this truck, because you can see, if you know, we're at 25, 26 frames, and if I pan over here, it bumps up to, you know, 40 something. So I don't know, I think maybe this truck's just probably got a lot of high vertices or polygons or something. So I don't know, I'm not sure. We'll test it out though and see if it works out pretty good for us. I mean, I like it. It's a nice truck. Sounds really good. And we won't drive it right now, but whenever you do drive it, you can hear the turbos spool up and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a nice mod. The inside's, you know, pretty nice. I mean, it's got all the seats and gauges and the Mack steering wheel with the Bulldog on it, all that stuff. And so it's a pretty cool truck. I like that. Alright, while we're here, let me see, do I still, let's see, there's the loader. Okay, so I must have also gotten rid of the other fellow buncher, well, the makeshift fellow buncher. And I think I was back here somewhere. Let me run and take a look real quick, because I think when I changed machines, the fellow buncher head may still be out here. Yep, there it is. Okay, well, I'll just have to sell that from the menu, but I wasn't sure if I left the machine out there or not, or what happened there, but we'll get that cleaned up. We got a pretty decent stack of wood there, so we'll get a truck loaded up here in just a minute. But first, let's just, as quick as we can, let's get that processor out here so we can get some wood, get some more wood processed and skidded up and all that stuff. We got a whole bunch right over here we need to get skidded over there to the landings. Just messing around with that big bud. Left a big pile of trees there. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. Did a little bit of, well, I guess can't say manual labor, but helped a brother-in-law work on a porch. Well, they built a deck on the side of a mobile home, so I was helping with that. Didn't really do a whole lot. We let the young guys, you know, do the majority of the heavy work. Us older folks were just standing around supervising and holding stuff. I'm kind of liking that role now. Instead of having to be the doer, I can just be the helper. So I'm looking forward to some more FDR equipment. He mentioned on one of his latest videos he's looking into getting a truck, which would be nice because this truck here, I mean, it's pretty nice, but I feel like also with this one the vertice counts must be high or something, because, well, I'm right at 50, but I've noticed before that occasionally I think this truck may have caused some frame rate issues, but looks to be okay now. I don't know. Maybe I was just, maybe something else was causing it. But this is a nice truck, you know. I like this truck, but I don't know, there's something a little bit just not quite right about it. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but maybe it's just my graphics settings. I mean, it's a nice looking truck, I guess. Anyway. But anyway, FDR is going to be coming out with one. Lots of new stuff too. I mean, there was, you know, obviously there's probably going to be a fellow buncher and, you know, all the stuff that was in 17 will be here in 19 eventually. Oh, and one thing I do need to mention too, and this has probably been addressed by FDR, but I just want to mention to all the viewers, if you happen to be playing, like for instance with this machine here, and you put the plow blade on the front of it, this one is the newest FDR version of this processor. If you put the plow blade on the front, you have to hit G to select between the plow blade and the processor. So if you're wondering why your processor's not working, the head's not working, you probably got just to hit G and it'll switch it over. So I just wanted to mention that. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do off camera. I don't want to bore y'all with all this, but got a bunch of pieces of log there to clean up. But first of all, let's hop over here in this machine and maybe we'll you can kind of see what I'm talking about with how it cuts, but we'll see. Because you kind of have to kind of cut it and listen for that cut sound, and then once the tree starts falling, you kind of got to really push your boom forward, and well, boom and stick really, and try to catch it as it's falling over. And sometimes you can get it pretty close, and sometimes you just miss it because it's so fast that it cuts the tree. Well, the tree falls, I guess I should say. See, like that, I didn't get it good, because sometimes the tree will pop up out of the ground and it's just hard to catch it. But what I also try to do is start closing the claw right about when I get to the point to where I'm ready to cut the tree. Oh, it's already loose. Okay. And you can see I've got the tracks mod down there next to the speedometer, so I can see, you know, with the rotation of my cab. That's kind of handy. I missed that, and this may got that over for 19. Well, I guess I missed that one. Well, maybe I did get it. I get it. Alright. So, yeah, this fellow buncher right here needs just a little bit of TLC on the cutting head. I feel like maybe if the cut node was just back a little bit further. I'm not sure if the saw's out too far, or if maybe the cut node itself is too far out, but maybe if it was back just a little bit, it might help. I don't know. Well, I'm really kind of to the point now where I need to get trees out of the way, so I'm just going to go ahead and drive this machine on back a little bit. I did take the skidder with the plow blade, and you can see I made me in just a little bit of a road here. But I'm just going to park it, I think, right about there for now. Oop. And let's see. We'll need to hop in our skidder. Let's get this truck out of the way first. Yeah, me driving that truck off to the woods just then kind of reminds me of, it's like, don't look. But there's another YouTuber that I watch. He drives a racing game, plays a racing game, and if he cuts a corner or something, he's now got to where he puts a like a little advertisement on the screen where he covers it up where you can't see it. All right, where's the? Oh, I keep forgetting. Gotta hit G or V. Excuse me. But he covers it up now with a little advertisement and something about, I don't know, some kind of chips or something. But he's from the UK. But it's so funny because he'll cut a corner and he splashes the little advertisement up there, and he'll say, "Make sure you buy some whatever chips these are." It's just so funny. Yeah, here for a little bit, I'm probably just gonna like be doing this, where I'm skidding a few little trees up and then processing them, and then doing it again because it's so tight here. I don't have a really good place to skid the logs up to yet. We'll get there. Alright, so we just bought this machine, so make sure that our cut length is set right. Why is it not showing me? Maybe I need to... No? Why is it not showing me? Well, I got the track mod thing. I wonder if that's kind of covering it up. What did that say? It said something. Hide help, keypad 0. Alright, there we go. Now I can see. 3, 4, 5. Alright, 5 is where we were at. And pretty soon here we're going to have to start loading up a truck, so I don't want to get too big of a pile built up here. Alright, so let's skid just one more little bunch of trees up here. We'll process them and then we'll get busy loading that up because we got quite a bit. I tell you what, I'm just going to grab these right here. Those look good. Those 3. Let's see, somebody was asking me about the rotation of the grapple. Yeah, I guess it doesn't rotate. Let me try the... so that's up and down. That's the whole thing up and down. That's open, close. Yeah, so I guess there is no rotation. Yeah, it'd kind of be handy, but you know, it's not a deal breaker. Just got to get lined up right. I didn't get a good grab on those. I grabbed them too far back. I can't swing them back around. It's all right. I'll just grab some more. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to do some cleaning up around here because frame rate's really taking a hit around the landing. In fact, I'm probably gonna, I think I mentioned this before, I'm probably going to end up moving this wood chip operation somewhere else because just a lot going on right here. Alright, so let's get our truck up here. You can kind of hear it when I pull up. It's not going to sound all that good until it really hits that high gear, but as you can hear, it does sound pretty good. It's got a nice sound whenever it stops too, the little air brakes. Alright, so I got the power clam grapple on here. Let's see what we can do. Get this truck loaded up. I'm not going to worry too much about getting everything nice and squared up. I got just one little straggler over here that needs to be pushed in. If I can do it without tumping the whole trailer over. think I'm just a little bit too far away. Well, what happened there? I guess I didn't get a good grab. There we go. Yeah, doing the shorts sure takes a while to get loaded up, but they make a lot more money than the longs do, that's for sure. Seems like this load of logs here is probably going to be somewhere right around 70 to 80,000, and seems like the longer logs only gets you somewhere right around 60 to 70,000. So definitely better to do the shorts money-wise, but it just takes time to get them loaded. One log that I didn't get straight on there, it's caused me some problems. Oh well, I guess I can't worry about it too much. Don't have time and should have fixed it when I had a chance. Well, as I'm loading this truck up, let's do a little plantation update. I did work on it a good bit over the weekend and got quite a bit done on it. I've just about got all the barbed wire fence I'm going to put on there placed. I've still got just that one stand of trees left to do. I've been trying to get the fences done because that's a major part of it. There's a lot of them, and they go fairly quickly. I'm using the place by spline that's built into Giants editor to place them, so they go pretty fast. But sometimes you got to go back, even though you place them. Sometimes they're not quite on the terrain, and they don't quite line up, and especially when you're going either up a hill or around curves and stuff. Well, the curves I guess aren't too bad, but the going uphill, yeah, they never tend to want to look just right. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like you would think going around a curve would be worse than going up a hill, but it's not. It's the other way around. So sometimes I have to go back and manually do a little work. Oh, that looks terrible. What's going on here? I think I got a log that's sideways in there. Take those top two off and try to fix that. Just gonna stick those right down there. I've got to get this cab swinging a little faster. Part of it's frame rate, other part of it's just the game itself, I think. It's frame rate. Yeah, we're not doing that good. I just don't know what's going on. Maybe it is all these pieces of tree up here. Oh, just about tipped it all over, and I've got several over here that are messed up. Yeah, it's kind of messy. See if we can't fix that just a little bit. I hate to leave it like that. Oops. Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. I knew that was real close to the edge there. I just have to leave it. Yeah, I'm back to the plantation. I do hope to release by the end of the month. So I've just got, you know, some cleaning up to do and putting some final touches, do a little testing on my other computer, and then I'll be good to go. So certainly hoping by the end of the month. Alright, that's kind of messy, but that's how I'm going to leave it. Let's get this cranked up, strapped up, and take it off. And then we're going to go test out the new grapple claw thing over there at the sawmill offloader, or sawmill loader, I guess. Oh, the one thing about this truck that's kind of weird is the lights. They're kind of orangish. Kind of strange, but I can live with that. But you can hear the turbos really spool up. It's kind of cool. Alright, so it must have just been around the landing where it was kind of weird because the frame rate's pretty good here. Alright, let's test out this giant claw. Should be able to get about half this load all unloaded. Maybe more. I gotta be careful here because I know I've got some couple pieces down there that's sticking into the other load. So I'm gonna try to gently pick them up and forward. Try not to mess up my second bunk there. Yeah, I think I like this giant claw. It's pretty nice. You know, get offloaded pretty quick. Well, gosh, keep grabbing the trailer. Oh, in case I keep forgetting about all this stuff. I'm bad sometimes about not mentioning where I get these mods from. That Mack truck that we're driving, I get probably 95% of my mods from a website called Farming Simulator 19mods.com. I mean, that's all there is to it, and that's where I get the majority of my mods from, except the FDR stuff. Of course, you need to go to fdrlogin.com, but very rarely do I get anything from any other website besides FarmingSimulator19.com. I'm a member of quite a few Facebook logging type or modding groups that make, you know, forestry machines and stuff. There's Farming Simulator loggers. There's, oh gosh, I can't think of them all right now, but there's a bunch of them, quite a few. So you just have to kind of do some experimenting around. And if you don't Facebook, well, I guess you're just out of luck. But there may be some other websites or something you can go look for mods at. I know there's lots of other mod sites, but a lot of times it's the same stuff. I mean, in Farming Simulator 19 mods.com, that's just pretty much the first one that came up whenever I was searching for a mod site, and it had, you know, all the good stuff on there. So that's where I get most of my stuff. And I tried in 17 keeping up with a spreadsheet or something, you know, of where I got all my stuff, and I just get busy and forget to update it, and then everybody's asking me where I got this or that anyway, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Just don't have time to keep up with that. Alright, well, there we go. Now I can get it. Maybe. We almost had it. Close enough. Alright, let's see what we get. So we got 101,948 right now. I was hitting the wrong thing. Yeah, almost 75,000. I figured it'd be, you know, 70 to 80, somewhere in there. Alright, so almost $75,000. Alright. Let's get our truck back to the landing. Oh, I did get my wood chips straightened out. I forgot to mention that. So remember in the last video I had a big pile of wood chips here. You can see some of them are there and some of them are over here. Well, what I figured out was, or actually somebody asked me, you know, do you own the land? I said, well, I don't think so. I mean, I would have thought that FTR would have made the land around the sawmill. I think you can make, I think it's if you paint it ID number 63, I believe it is. It kind of makes the I think that's what it is. I may be wrong about that, but you can make certain areas, I think, neutral, so you know nobody can buy it or own it, and you can do whatever you want to on those spots. And I thought for sure that the sawmill down here would have been, you know, where you can make it, or would have been neutral, so you can do anything you want to there because there's no trees to cut and all that. But anyway, so I just went ahead and purchased this plot of land here so we can. My mouse wheel isn't working too well, but this big plot of land here, we can now go cut over there if we want to because we own it now. But yeah, so that's all it was. I just needed to purchase the land, and I was able to do whatever. I just kind of moved it out of the way for now. I'll come back later and scoop it up and sell it, but just wanted to get it out of the way so we could back a trailer in there and sell some wood chips without too much trouble. Looks like the mirrors do work on this truck, however all you can see is the exhaust pipes. Alright, let's get our truck turned around and parked. And that's going to be about all the time we have for today. We'll come back next time and try to get us another load of logs. And we'll get us, I'll try to get all these little wood pieces up here around the landing, so maybe it'll help our frame rate some. And then we'll get a bunch of this cleaned up and picked up, and we got lots of trees scattered around. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again on Wednesday. Enjoy your week and have a good one. Thanks for watching.